Currently, no genetically modified wheat is in commerce, and the commercial seed and grain supply does not contain genetically modified wheat. Even though the introduction of genetically modified wheat to North America was planned for 2004, the application for approval has been withdrawn. The United States and Canada are major exporters of wheat and will continue producing only conventional wheat cultivars. This will probably remain the case for some time, as tests on fungus-resistant GM wheat are still far from being completed. As of 2013, 34 field trials of GM wheat have taken place in Europe, and 419 have taken place in the U.S. Modifications tested include those to create resistance to herbicides, create resistance to insects, and to fungal pathogens and viruses, tolerance to drought and resistance to salinity and heat, increased and decreased content of glutenin, improved nutrition, improved qualities for use as biofuel feedstock, production of drugs via farming, and yield increases. The regulation of genetic engineering concerns the approaches taken by governments to assess and manage the risks associated with the development and release of genetically modified crops. In 1997, Monsanto begins technical development stage of Roundup Ready wheat. In 1997 to 2003, field testing of Roundup Ready wheat conducted by Monsanto and academic researchers suggests an increased yield potential of 5 to 15%. In 2004, FDA issues biotechnology consultation note for Roundup Ready wheat. On May 10, 2004, Monsanto discontinues Roundup Ready wheat program and wheat research because of lack of commercial opportunities and its desire to refocus on other crops. In July 2010, BASF and Monsanto expand research and development collaboration, adding wheat to the biotechnology pipeline. In January 2011, the first biotech wheat project, a yield and stress trait, since Monsanto's re-entry into the wheat business enters Monsanto's R&D pipeline. In January 2013, herbicide-tolerant wheat project enters Phase 2 of Monsanto's pipeline. In May 2013, USDA reports it has detected the original Roundup Ready wheat trait in a single field on one farm in Oregon. Monsanto is cooperating with the U.S. Department of Agriculture to get to the bottom of the reported detection. It takes more than just flour to make bread. Many ingredients found in bread and baked goods are sometimes made with the help of genetic engineering. Several ingredients often found in baked goods are derived from soybeans, oils, lecithin and other emulsifiers, and even soy flour, which is sometimes mixed with wheat flour in small quantities due to its physical properties. The first genetically modified soybeans were planted in the United States in 1996. More than 10 years later, GM soybeans are planted in 9 countries covering more than 60 million hectares. These GM soybeans possess a gene that confers herbicide resistance. 85% of the total soybean crops in the U.S. are grams. GM soybeans are approved without restrictions and are treated just like conventional soybeans. Enzymes are often added to baked goods. They can make dough easier to process, make it expand, or provide for an ideal crust. Many of the enzymes used today are made with the help of genetically modified microorganisms. At this point, no baked goods are made with genetically modified baker's yeast. A few years ago, a genetically modified strain of baker's yeast was tested in Great Britain. This new strain had enhanced carbon dioxide production. It was hoped that it could help make bread rise more quickly, but in practice, the yeast was unsuccessful. Genetically modified yeast would have to be approved by the EU for use, and as of now, no applications have been submitted.